All right, guys, so we just got to the location. Right now, we are going to set up for a 2-camera interview, C500, C70. I'm gonna just roll it real time. You guys can see kind of how we set up for an interview in real life. All right, let's do it. So first thing, let's fly this table out. If you could get a 600D up, Levi, with the light dome 150. Justin, if you could see about getting those lights off for the overheads. So the reason we like to kill the lights for the overhead is because like they're a different color temperature than our main light. And usually those kind of like toppy overhead lights give like raccoon eyes, or you get like bags under your eyes. But we have this big window light here, which we're gonna use for our kind of our key source. And then our real key light, the 600D, through the light dome 150, is gonna basically supplement that exact same lighting. So that light, Levi, will go right over here, same side as the window, same direction as the window light. All right, so A cam is the C500 Mark II, 37mm lens. On this one's the Helios. Let me get that image up right now. Battery's like halfway, so I'll put a fresh one in after we get set up. First thing I do when I expose is I want to get those windows where they're not clipping, but also the room's as bright as possible. So that looks decent at 4 stops. There's 2 stops. I can see those windows are clipping there, so go back to 4 stops. And that's pretty decent. B cam is C70, and we got another Helios lens on here. It's the 58, and with the Super 35 crop, it'll be closer to like 85 looking. So that's what we're going with on this guy. We'll match it up 4 stops. Next up is audio. The Deity Theo slabs are back. Did have an issue with them in the past, but today's redemption. And learned how to do proper gain staging on these guys, so that's good. That should alleviate any issues that we were having before. All right, headphones are in. Justin, would you mind standing in for just a quick moment as soon as this light comes on? All right, sweet. Let's get some dirt on that, please, Levi. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, just build a 300 on the light dome too, please. That'd be great. You'd basically look at my hand right here. Okay, so next one, we're gonna go C70. Yeah, that's nice, I like that. And can you look at that same mark about right here? Cool. Go down on the height. These windows, they have a bit of a tint to them. So we'll increase our magenta a little bit. But I mean, yeah, that already looks, I like that, that's cool. This camera I'm happy with. Okay, so that's keeping the highlights. That's ditching the highlights. Check that waveform, nothing's technically clipping at 800. Cool, I like that. It's looking pretty cool, I do like it. Quite a bit actually. Not loving that door on the right. So I'm probably gonna push in to lose it. Well, I wanna move my frame in relation, so I basically, yeah, this is, okay, we're getting pretty cool. I'm liking that, and if you're looking here, this highlights are spicy, so I'll fix that in just a moment. Split the difference here. So I increased to 1600 ISO and went 4 stops instead of 2. Now we got the highlights back, but I need a little more exposure on Justin. A little more level for you. You can tell he looks good to me. The iPhone looks a little different, but I can see green on his face generally means proper exposure between like 50 and 75 IRE. So it's kind of the sweet spot. So, and that is at 4 stops, 1600. And it's fine to be at 1600 on this camera. I know it's clean. And all those highlights are there. It doesn't look like it with this iPhone, but they're there in real life. Cool. I like that. 4 stops, 1600. So on this guy, this is the C70. I can tell the exposure looks good. Judging by eye, I trust the screen. F2, and D4 stops, ISO 800. So this looks good to me. This one is a tiny bit more flat than what I think I would actually want. So I think I'm gonna adjust our positioning just a little bit. I'm gonna move these guys over here. This is gonna be a little nicer. So I'm shooting a little more to the corner. The two lenses, so this is a 37 full frame on this one, on the Canon C500. And then we have a 58 on the C70, which is Super 35. So that sort of multiplies your crop factor by 1.5. Sort of, not exactly, but that's pretty much what it does. So really that's more like a 85 or 90. And this is about a 35. One thing we may do is, just turn that off, please.
Yeah.
Thank you. There's a good chance we don't even use that one. Or if we do, we're gonna bang it into the ceiling here. Actually, we'll do that.
Okay.
And just put it at like 10%.
Okay.
And what I want with that is there's a little bit more shadow on the left side of Justin's face. I do like the shadow, but we can lift those shadows by giving a little bit of a fill. Just a little small amount. It's pretty cool. I like it. And do it off and on.
Okay, now that's 10 and on and now off. On.
Do 50.
So on, off.
And stand by real quick. Let's have it hit more here.
Okay. Off. On.
It's in a little bit, but it's a couple things need to happen. On. So we'll lose that diffusion and get probably 2 stops more.
Off. On.
Okay. Yeah, I like it. That's actually really nice. And now the only thing I'm noticing is we're getting a reflection in that back picture right there. So I don't know if we have any options there. That's your spot for now. And I'm gonna lock this guy in. Okay, so it's this corner here. Okay.
Yeah, you're good over here. Just tweak that.
Yeah, I wanted to raise the, I don't know. Good?
Yeah.
Okay, and then let's check lighting. Oh yeah, that's dope. Sick. Yeah, I love that. Highlights are there, beautiful. I like it. Now let me fix that other side of his face. Cool. All right, they're here. That's nice, dude. I like that a lot. All right, now let me set number 2. So this one, man, the 58 looks good, dude. And now this one feels a little spicy because the outside got brighter. So that's at a 2.8 now. I'm looking at a few things. So framing wise, that window, you know, I'm basically deciding what do I want to do? Do I want to do sort of like, you know, Wes Anderson frame within a frame kind of thing, which can be a vibe. I don't like it because of this wall, this left wall here. So I'm like, okay, do I tuck him back into the corner? And he's covering the flag, which I don't love. So I would just say, some people might disagree, but I would just say, from my perspective, what looks best is a frame, probably like this, like on a 3rd. He's looking towards the key light. And that to me looks good. Where he's looking towards the key light. He's basically
front 3rd?
Yeah, lit from the window there. But in real life, he's really lit from the 600D that's coming from the same direction as the window. That looks pretty solid to me. I'm gonna call that good for now. I like the flag in the background for this interview. And the other thing I would do is I would ditch this little thing right here. And we'll tweak this. We'll ditch this for something else, like a plaque or some memorabilia or something like that. But I think we're like, this is the first 90%. Yeah. This is the first 90%, and then the other 10% is probably once he gets in there. One thing I may audition though is with these windows, I might be able to lose a little bit of that exposure from outside. with a small tweak. So yeah, like you can see he's lit from, the light is pushing the same direction as the window, which is cool. But be a little shorter. Yeah, let's go at it. That's nice. And then highlights are not clipping. And on this one, same thing. Again, we're adjusting for height. So, but like, assuming that's kind of like what it would be like. Yeah, it's pretty cool to me. I like it. It's actually really cool, dude. That's a nice looking interview. The other thing you can do is if you want to do that front third, I think it's a bold choice.
No, it's too bold.
But if you want to try, so leave an inch forward, small, and be a little shorter. And that's what it would look like to me.
Yeah, no, that's too crazy. Feels smush.
It's like, whoa, like why do we do it on that third?
Yeah, no.
It's a non-traditional look. That works in that instance for sure in the reference, but I would say for this particular instance, it's the same feeling.
This matches more of what we did on day one.
Yeah, and Levi's not in the exact spot,
Yeah.
so like we'll make the final tweak once he's actually there. If you're cool with it, I'll get audio ready. So for audio, using these Deity Theos Labs, which I had a little trouble with in the past. I got some fresh in-loop batteries for this. You can just leave it there, Levi, it's fine. Yeah. So interestingly enough, with these Theos Labs, I had an issue with these just a little bit ago on a different shoot. Check, 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 check. Apparently you're supposed to set your levels first on this guy. Check, check, hey, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Seems pretty good. Then you do it on the receiving end.
Everything going good?
Yeah.
Going great, yeah, just about ready. All right, power the receiver. Check, 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 check.
Where are you trying to get
Check, check,
the
check,
line?
check, check. I want to get the level, so you basically want it to land between -12 and -18 on the peaks. Check, 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 check. I can see that's too high. So I'm gonna come down on the camera now. And we'll go down, turn it so spicy. And then shouldn't be on mic plus 48, should just be on mic. Definitely not on auto gain, we're on manual. All right, check, 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 check. That's the highest peak you want. Check, 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 check. Okay, all right, I think that's good. All right, guys, so that's pretty much it for the full interview setup. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this kind of content, consider hitting that subscribe button. See you in the next one. Take care.